What's up guys, this is the ONECNA electric scooter that you can get on Amazon. I wanted to do a complete full breakdown review in case you guys are thinking about getting it. This thing is an awesome scooter. You can go up to 50 miles per hour, so it's super fast, it's pretty bulky. So I want to show you guys around it, talk to you guys about all the features that it has. I'll show you guys me riding it, and then I'll give you guys my honest review at the end. So let's get the video. So first off, I just wanted to show you guys all around the scooter just so you guys can see it. The scooter does fold down, so you can actually fold the top down if you want. You just gotta pull this lever back. You pull this back, and then you unlatch this, and then you can actually fold the scooter down. But before you ride, you always wanna have this thing locked into place, so that way it'll be locked down and it's not gonna fold down while you're riding. And the battery is actually on the bottom of the standing platform. It's a 60 volt, 33 amp battery, so pretty beastie battery. It's 1920 watts, which allows you to get up to about 55 to 60 miles, depending on how you ride it. And it can charge up in about 6 to 9 hours, so pretty fast as well. And then it has these 11-inch off-road tires, which are super nice, good quality, so you can go off-road, on-road, pretty much wherever you want with these things, which is super nice. And then you got your dual suspension on the front. It's not crazy big suspension or anything like that, but I'll show you guys here in a bit how it rides. It's pretty nice. And then going over here in the back, here's that back tire as well. Super nice off-road tires, which is pretty awesome. And then it also has hydraulic disc brakes on the back and the front, which is super nice. It's really good braking experience, which I'll show you guys here in a bit as well. And then my favorite part about the scooter is actually the dual motors. Here's the motor back here, one of them, and then you have a motor on the front. And each motor has up to 2,800 watts of power, which totals up to 5,600 watts, which just gives it a ton of power. And like I said earlier, it can go up to 50 miles per hour. And what's really nice is you can actually switch between single and dual motors depending on how you want to ride, which I'll show you guys here in a bit. And then going over here to the back tire, you also have a little bit of suspension back here as well, which is nice. And then here you got your standing platform. And what's really nice about the scooter is it is a bulky scooter, so you have a lot of room to put your feet, which is nice. And then it has that grip tape as well, just to give you that little bit of extra grip, so that way you don't slip off easily or anything like that. And then going over here to the front, you have two nice headlights, which are super bright, and I'll show you here in a second, but super nice when you're riding at nighttime. And then you have your handlebar right here, which you can actually adjust the height. And this scooter actually can, you can install a seat as well, which I'll show you the parts that comes with in a second here. But you can actually lower or raise the handlebar depending on how you want it, if you're sitting or standing. And you got these little pins that you push in, and you can lock it into the right height that you want. And you do actually get some extra accessories as well. You get this pretty cool little like carbon fiber bag that you can attach to the front of the scooter if you want. Let me open it up real quick so you guys can see. This is what it actually looks like on the inside of there. So you have like a zipper in there, and then you have a little pocket here in case you want to store your phone or a water bottle, things like that while you're riding. It's got Velcro on the back, so you can actually attach that right to the front if you wanted to. And then you also get accessories over here to actually install a seat. So you get the seat right here. You actually get a little suspension on here as well. And then you actually have to mount this to the main frame right here. So there's little screw holes right here, and you can actually mount this to there. And then you can actually mount a seat if you wanted to as well, which is super cool. So that comes in handy when you want to lower this. You can lower it so then you can actually sit as well. And then you also get two chargers as well to charge the battery up. All right, now we'll talk about how to turn it on and some of the features on the handlebars right here. You got your throttle right here. You got a nice, pretty big screen right here. And then you have all your controls. You got your different brakes on the front, your front and back brake. And to turn it on, all you do is you just hold down the power button right here. And then it actually comes with this little card right here. So you actually have to have this card enabled to turn it on as well, which is kind of nice because you don't have to carry around a key, but you do have to carry around this, and then it'll work. So you can hold down the power button for about 3 seconds like this, and then you tap this key on these little gills right here, and then you'll see the screen actually turn on right here. And on the screen, you can see your battery level, you can see kilometers per hour, miles per hour, you can switch it. You can switch between the different modes. You have eco mode, drive mode, and then you have sport mode. And then you also have walk mode. Sport mode is the fastest mode. That's where you're gonna get up to 50 miles per hour. And then right here on this icon, you can actually switch between dual motors or single motors. So if you want the maximum power, you can set both, or you can have one. If you wanna switch the different modes, all you do is you just click the power button like this, and then it'll switch to eco mode, drive mode, sport mode. If you wanna switch from single mode to from single motor to dual motor, all you do is you just click this button right here. And as you can see right now, it's on dual motor, and then right now it's on single motor. So when they're both red, it's dual. When it's just one red and one white, it's single motor. And then right here, you have a horn as well. Pretty loud horn. It turns on the light as well in the front. And then you also have this button to turn on your headlights. So if you click this right here, as you can see, you got your headlights. What's cool as well, is it actually has some sweet LEDs right here on the bottom as well. So it does have some really cool LED lights while you're going. If you click the brake as well, it'll turn on lights. So you got your brake lights right here. If you hold it down, it'll turn on the lights as well. And then you also, down here, you actually have a blinker button. So if you turn this on, you'll see these. You can actually install these out. You'll see the actual blinkers turn on as well. And you can actually install these in here and keep them flat. So that way you have blinkers as well while you're driving. And then on the screen as well, it'll tell you if your headlights are on, which blinker's on, and all of that. And then you actually can connect to Bluetooth. So with this, you can actually have an app, and you can actually control some of the settings with Bluetooth as well. And then something else I wanted to mention too is if you short press the power button 3 times, so if you click it 1, 2, 3, it'll actually open up this menu setting. And in here, you can actually switch kilometers per hour to miles per hour. You can actually, when you first get this, it's not going to be up to the full capacity to go 50 miles per hour. So you can actually adjust the settings in here when you click it 3 times. And in the manual, it'll actually show you all the different settings and how you can change it. But that's how you change it. And you can get this thing up to full speed, full capacity. And now I just want to show you guys some clips of me riding it just so you guys can see it. And I just want to say this scooter is awesome. I mean, for how fast it goes, a lot of times scooters that go, you know, up to 50 miles per hour, things like that, sometimes they're a little bit unstable. And I'll say this one, it feels really comfortable, even when you're going high speeds. And I haven't reached the 50 miles per hour mark just because I don't really have a place around me where I could go that fast. And I feel like it's a little bit sketchy to go that fast. But this thing can easily go up, you know, I've ridden up to 30, 35 miles per hour or so, and this thing flies. And it feels super smooth when you're riding it. It doesn't feel like you're shaky or anything like that, which is something that I really like about the scooter. And here's just what it looks like from the start when you go from stop to full speed. I have it set at 60 volts right now, and this thing seriously flies. I don't think the video does it justice enough to see how fast this thing goes, but I mean, just in this little short distance, I was getting like 25 to 30 miles per hour of speed. You know, you can get up there super fast. And then here's just a little clip from the side so you can see that acceleration. I mean, this thing just takes off. And here's another quick clip. And I just want to mention once again that I feel like this scooter is just super stable. Like, you don't feel like you're super wobbly or anything like that. You know, when you're going at high speeds, you still feel really stable, which is something that I really like about it. And then I just wanted to put in these clips so you guys can see the suspension. And I mean, as you guys can see, the suspension is nothing crazy. Like, it doesn't have a ton of like bounce or anything like that. But I think that actually helps it, because when you are at fast speeds, you don't want to be bouncing around everywhere. I feel like this kind of helps it, you know, helps you have a little bit more control and stability, and has just enough to where you can go over bumps, you know, no problem at all, and it still gives it a really smooth ride, which is super nice. And then another thing I wanted to mention and show you guys is just the brakes. The brakes work super well if you use them together, or you just use the back brake. Super responsive, super good brakes. I mean, you can be flying, as you can see right here, and then go to a complete stop super fast. So that's something that's super nice about it as well. As you can see right here, I'm going right at this curb, and boom, it goes to a straight stop. And I could have even stopped faster than that if I really wanted to, if I wanted it to skid a little bit. And even though the scooter is kind of a bulky scooter, at least like the frame is a little bit wide, it still was actually really easy to turn, which is super nice. I mean, you can kind of lean to the side like this, as you can see right here. And yeah, it actually has surprised me. It has super good handling, and it's super easy to move around and turn. And here's just another clip showing the speed right here. This is nowhere near the 50 miles per hour mark, but as you guys can see, I mean, it's making my hat fly off. And it's just a really fun scooter to ride. I think it looks really cool too. Here's just a better look at it so you can see the whole thing. And then here's what the lights actually look like at nighttime, so you guys can see a little better. As you can see, the lights change color, and you can actually adjust those in the app too if you want to. But super bright lights. Here, I'll show you me riding around. I tried to make it a little bit darker. The camera actually lightens it up a lot. It did seem a lot darker than this when I was filming it. But as you can see, the lights look super nice, super cool. And I'll show you guys what it looks like riding around. I mean, when it's nighttime, you'll be able to see this thing from pretty far away, as the light is super bright, and you can see the different colors, which I think just gives it a really cool look. And I mean, it just makes it, you know, easier for you to see as well as you're riding. But yeah, I think it's just a cool feature that they have those, you know, changing lights on the bottom too, along with the headlights. And then here's just a little POV look of what it looks like when you're actually riding it, you know, at nighttime and you're looking down. It is kind of interesting how the lights are red, but it actually does, you know, lighten it up quite a bit and allows you to see really well. All right, so overall, as far as my review goes, this is an awesome scooter. I mean, 50 miles per hour is insane. I haven't even gotten up to that speed just because I feel like there hasn't really been a moment where I could. You know, you'd need basically a racetrack to go that fast, but I've gotten up to like 30, 35 miles per hour. That's kind of where I feel comfortable going fast, just because it's a scooter standing up. And this thing flies. I mean, the acceleration is awesome. You can switch it between dual motor or single motor if you want. I always have it on dual motor. And I mean, it takes off super fast and it just feels really smooth. A lot of times scooters like this, when they go up to those high speeds, it feels like you're wobbling, or it feels kind of like, kind of unstable. With this one, I've noticed that it feels really stable even if you're going at high speeds. I mean, I haven't gone all the way to 50 miles per hour, but even at 30, 35 miles per hour, it still feels really stable, which is nice. I will say the suspension isn't crazy, which it's kind of nice because if you do go really fast, you're not bouncing all over the place, and I think that kind of helps with stability. But it's not really crazy like going over bumps. Like, you're not going to want to go over really big bumps at high speeds just because you're going to feel it quite a bit. So the suspension is not really giving, but it still works great enough, and it gives you that stability while you're going fast. And as you guys could see earlier, me going over bumps, I mean, it can go over bumps, go off curbs, no problem. Just it's not like a ton of givey, you know, bouncy suspension. But yeah, overall, as far as our review goes, it's an awesome scooter. This is one of the funnest scooters and cool scooters I've ever ridden. The lights are awesome at nighttime, and it's just a super smooth and fast ride. If you guys are looking for a fast scooter that's still stable, super fun to ride, definitely recommend checking this out. And you can put the seat on it if you want. You can sit down on it. I prefer standing up, but you can sit down if you want. You can add that seat, and yeah, super fun scooter. Honestly, one of my favorite scooters right now. It's awesome. I've tested a bunch, and I think this compares to all of the ones that can go to that 50 miles per hour range. It's an awesome scooter, so I would definitely recommend checking it out.